Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hit me, Steve Turpin. Hit it over there. Come on, grab that thing. Let's get going. There you go. That's Steve Turpin from the Turpin Game Calls. His family has been in business longer than the next couple ages combined. Okay, we're not going to tell them about that, which is older.
I didn't expect to come to a math class.
You didn't expect to come to a math class. Neither did our next guest. We've kept this a secret all week because this is something I wanted to do. And when I put together this turkey show every year, we kind of sneak in somebody. And when I saw this young lady killed that turkey down in Mississippi, I said, we got to get her on because I wonder who taught her how. And I think I know who taught her how because we have Abby Jo. Good morning, Abby Jo.
Good morning. How are you?
And Abby Jo, of course, is with the Legends of the Outdoors. And now, see, she's with Cabela's Big Cat. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And who do you have with you today on Outdoors with Larry Ray?
I have my grandfather, David Hale, with me.
Should we remember that name? I mean, yes, we should.
Yeah.
All right.
On the most wanted poster in the post office.
Oh, in the post office. Hey, it's really cool to have Abby Jo, and I know that her granddad, David Hale, I told him before we went on the air, I've got it in my hand right now, one of my most cherished books. When I read about turkey hunting and I wanted to get it really into it, I said, well, what book do I need? And I started out with David Hale's and Harold Knight's Ultimate Turkey Hunting by my late friend Wade Boren. And I tell you, David Hale, I got more things underlined in this book than I did in geometry in high school, okay?
So you marked up a collector's item.
It's a collector's item. It's even signed by you. I'm not sure it was your hand. Yeah, it is signed by you, but let's talk. David, I know you're...
Let me tell you something.
What?
Before we get started, when you see my signature, I got a big X and a little X. I'm a junior.
I don't think Harold's even got an X. He drew a picture, so like the Indians might do.
Stick turkey.
I know, David, you're proud of your granddaughter, aren't you? I mean...
oh, man, I couldn't be any more prouder than if I'd tried.
And Abby Jo, what is it about having David Hale as a grandfather?
It's just absolutely awesome. He's my best friend, in the woods and not in the woods. We do just about everything together, so it's really special to share that common bond, get to go in the woods, hunt together. So
who did you was he one of the first people you talked to when you killed that bird in Mississippi recently?
He was actually the first person I talked to, and I FaceTimed him right after I tagged my bird.
David Hale doing FaceTime. I'm really staggered right now, David.
What was embarrassing about that, I answered the phone when I was in the shower.
Well, I can understand why you'd be embarrassed. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't understand that. No, I take that. I take that
we
back.
Better let that go.
Yeah. So, David, talk about your love of turkey hunting. Man, you and Harold together went back so many we won't go into the years about it. What is it about turkey hunting that so appealed to you?
Well, there's lots of things. There's lots of different ways to hunt a turkey. There's a run and gun episode in which you chase a turkey, and
yes,
I probably like that way better than any way. And then there's sitting around the blind all day long, hoping the turkey comes by.
Yes,
and chases your decoy. And I don't care much for that away, but I will do it. And it looks like right now that's about the way I'm down. If I'm going to get to hunt, that's the way I got to go.
I think that's what it is. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't you kill your first bird at Land Between the Lakes? Is that true? I mean, is that...
I did, and in that day there was about 500 people who stood in line to turn their permit in to get to go to the woods hunt.
Yes, yeah.
And I happened to hear a turkey gobble, and that day, if you heard a turkey, you was a successful season.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And did you ever in your wildest dreams think where the career would take you, David?
I had no idea, but the good Lord knew, and he put me right in the situations I picked up on. And thank goodness I had another opportunity besides farming, because farming went bad on me back in the late 70s.
Well, at least you wasn't cutting hair, okay? I mean, that's we'll let that other guy.
That's for real.
Yeah, I'll let the other guy do that. But So what have you learned, Abby Jo, from your grandfather about this love of turkey hunting?
I've learned all kinds of stuff. Here recently we've been going over different calling techniques, and he's actually got some calls sitting out right in front of us. And I think every time I go hunting, I just learn new things, different states and, different regions and how these turkeys react to gobbling and timing during season. I just learn something new every time I go.
And so what is your, we've asked people, that's David, your go-to call. You've got some in front of you. What have you told Abby Jo about being a turkey hunter?
Well, Harold is an expert with a mouth diaphragm, and I never did care much for a mouth diaphragm.
Amen. Amen. All right.
I figured if I swallowed it, it would be a couple of days before I could use it again.
Amen. Keep going. You got me going now. So
I take a box call, which I can make sound pretty good, and that's all it needs to kill a turkey anyway.
Can we hear a little box call from David Hale? You feel like it?
This is called a push and pull. This is one of my favorites.
All right. I love it. I love it.
That sound there was halfway decent.
Halfway decent. Well, we two people in the studio left. We lost 2 turkeys when you started doing that. But again, we're talking to David Hale. And Abby Jo is part of the Legends of the Outdoors that will be coming up August the 20th in Springfield, Missouri. I hope I'm there if everything works out. I hope to be there. Am I supposed to be there, Abby Jo? Do you know?
I believe you are. You're on the roster every year to be there.
I'm coming there, that's for sure. And, of course, David Hale. And when I think about this, David, and turkey season, the passion, as we've talked to other people, what makes turkey hunting such a unique thing for you?
Well, it used to be a unique thing because nobody else could do it. And I was kind of set aside in a world of my own until I met Harold.
Yes, yeah.
And after I met him, things kind of opened up a different perspective of turkey hunting. Well, and I didn't know all those things occurred in turkey hunting. So it's been a learning experience for me. By the time I think I know what's going on, I realize that turkey knows more than I do.
There you go, yeah. And Steve Turpin is nodding his head. I can see him doing it. I can't hear him doing it. But I know he's nodding his head over there. Steve, if a turkey could smell,
you wouldn't kill him.
You would not kill him. And I think that was one time I was up in Cadiz, up in that area with David and Harold, and Harold was showing me, he grabbed a piece of Johnson grass and he started making these turkey calls, and stuff like that. And I grabbed my box call, and nobody listened. Because, it's all a matter of taste, but if a turkey could smell, it would not be there. And what are you saying, Gene Smith? Yeah.
Well, one time we turkey hunting, we tried box call, mouth call, the push and pull call, and we'd hear another. We got back to the truck and slammed the door and went,
well, that's exactly, but you haven't invented the turkey, slam the door turkey call and everything like that. So
I had one guy with an ice cream truck. The guy told me that
one time, and I told him it was too hard to carry the car door with me.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy,
to do that stuff. And I know you're proud of your granddaughter about what she's doing. David, talk about what she's doing and what it means to you.
Well, it's kind of what it means to me is she's following in my footsteps to a certain degree.
Yes, she is.
And that's very important to anybody that's got a child or a grandchild.
Yes.
To know that they think enough of their grandfolks to want to be like them. And I'm pretty proud of that situation. And what she's trying to do is be a spokesperson for the outdoors for the women.
Yes.
And she's got her head screwed on right. She's going to do that one of these days.
Amen.
She's doing that. And I think that one of these things, I don't think I've ever, in the times that I've seen Abby Jo, it doesn't take long for her to mention your name. This is not just Abby Jo standing up there. This is Abby Jo, granddaughter of David Hale. I think that's part of her name sometime, David.
It is.
Well, that makes you proud as punch, I can tell you.
And I know that y'all relationship you're pretty close to him, like Abby Jo. So do you seek advice from your granddad?
Yes, we're very close. I seek advice from him all the time. I'm always, like I said earlier, learning new stuff, and just like he said earlier, just when you think you know it all, you're proven wrong. So I'm always calling him and asking for advice, or
Yes.
Like earlier I said, FaceTiming him first. I like to share the news with him before anybody.
So what's ahead for Legends of the Outdoors TV? What we got going here?
We're actually coming to close to our hometown here in Western Kentucky to film with some people from Mossy Oaks turkey hunting here in a few weeks. So we're getting excited for that.
Ooh, all right. I mean, do you need anybody to carry your luggage?
I know, right?
Yeah,
It'll be a fun trip.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get somebody, maybe an older person or something like that. But I appreciate you guys taking time to be on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We've been doing this a long time. I think David and Harold were one of our first shows 20-something years ago. And it's friends like David Hale that helped me keep this show going for all these many years. And, David, I appreciate our friendship. All of us are going through health issues one way or the other. And I just pray for you, buddy, and keep it going. And you got a good granddaughter there, I can tell you that. So we will stay.
Well, I thank you for your comments.
All right, we'll stay in touch. Y'all have a great one. We'll talk to you. All right.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Bye, David. All right.
See you, buddy.
All right, see you. All right. Let's take a break on Outdoors. I'm getting emotional. Oh, I love it. We'll be right back.